Your boy Light back with another YouTube video. And yeah, today we're back with another video game story review. So yeah, today we're doing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Very good game in my opinion. Um yeah, I just want to start off by saying that I was gonna just review the story, but I decided to just review the whole game as a whole, honestly. Just because Battlefront 2 was a little bit different because it's not much of like it is a game, but it's more of like a multiplayer kind of thing. So yeah, I didn't want to talk about that, but I want to talk about the actual game in this too. So yeah, let's just start off with the story. I'm not gonna give a huge tell you exactly what everything happened, but basically what happens. Story follows Cal Kestis as he is joined by two other people named Seer, and I cannot remember the other guy's name. But yeah, basically they're two people, and he was also joined by a droid named like BB no BD1. Sorry about that. But yeah, he's joined by that. He's basically a former Jedi Padawan that is in search of basically a holocron containing the information of all of the Jedi youngling, well, not younglings as yet, like Force sensitive beings, and he is trying to basically stop Darth Vader slash the Empire from getting it. So yeah, story is very cool. It takes place over like a whole bunch of different planets. Um, it starts off in a place called Baraka, which is very interesting. It is basically Imperial slums, basically. I don't know how to explain it, but they basically destroy Republic ships and turn it into Imperial ships. Then they're on Bogano, then it's Zepho, then it's Kashyyyk, Dathomir, Elam, and then finally Fortress Inquisitorus. I'm sorry if I butchered that name, but yeah, Bogano's definitely a pretty cool place, and so is Zepho. Both like sacred Jedi places, really cool. Kashyyyk, I didn't expect it really to be in here, and I really enjoyed just the Kashyyyk part of the storyline. Especially we saw Saw Gerrera too. I thought that was pretty interesting. Um, and I really liked how he was joined by the Wookiees and all that. It just made it much more better. And also, what I like about the storyline is it takes place aside from the greatest Star Wars story. If I, if, sure, it has Saw Gerrera and stuff in it, but it really does. Like you don't, and it has Darth Vader, but he would be in it. But like it's not like heavily centered around like Luke Skywalker or something like that. It's basically taking place on its own. That's what I like about this. So yeah, I really like that Kashyyyk part, and also the Rebel Alliance isn't there yet. So yeah, it's pretty nice to see that there's others on his side that aren't Rebel Alliance. Um, then we also see Dathomir. That was pretty cool, especially with seeing the effects of basically what happened in the Clone Wars. What happened in the Clone Wars, how it affected them in the Imperial Age and stuff. So that was pretty interesting. Elam, definitely a new place. Similar atmosphere to Hoth, with the exception of it being having like a sacred Jedi temple. That was pretty cool. Fortress Inquisitorus was pretty cool too. Basically, where they train old Jedi to become Inquisitors, which was really cool. So yeah, let's talk about the storyline real quick. Basically we see Cal, he's trying to do that, all this stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but basically he's just trying to get this thing and deliver or whatever. So yeah, it takes you along these planets. Some are Imperial controlled and stuff. You're fighting a lot of Imperials. I also found this kind of strange too, is that it showed a lot of different creatures, like different kind of animals and stuff. That was very cool and stuff. I really enjoyed that part. Sorry about this, but yeah. The story isn't too much action based as it is. It's more of a I don't know how to explain this, but like force kind of thing, where he's not like he is killing people, but like it's not super action based as where it is adventure based. That's what I really like about it too. Cause yeah, also like for example, like in like Battlefront 2, for example, you're fighting a lot most of the time, or like this is probably a good game too. Also because it's more of like an adult slash teenager game. It's not really meant for probably kids underneath the ages of like 13 or so, because it also is like it's not super hard. Like it took me about maybe I don't know, to be honest with you, like a couple weeks honestly to finish the whole game. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. And I'm not that good of a gamer, but like probably a person who was a hardcore gamer would probably finish it in a week. The story is very long, in my opinion, especially because you have to find most of the things and stuff using like your map and such, and you have to like retrace your steps. Sometimes it get frustrating, but most of the time it's fine. So yeah, very interesting. I liked hearing the stories of just like what a life of a Jedi that escaped Order 66 was like. We know Obi-Wan's story where he just went to Tatooine. Same with like Yoda. But like we never knew any story of a Jedi who wasn't a high-ranking master that didn't exile himself. Because Cal was like a small, not a child, but he was like maybe, to be honest, he looks like he's probably like 12 years old when this all went down. I think maybe like 15. He's probably like he has to be at least like in between the ages of like 18 and 20 in this game. So yeah, I definitely found that very interesting with him hiding on Baraka and stuff. That was pretty interesting. And just like what happened. And yeah, we also see like the character of Seer, for example. She was a Jedi Padawan, and yeah, she was like fighting to stay off the dark side and stuff. And we saw guys like, for example, when they were on Dathomir, there was a guy, there was Malicos. He was there, and basically he was a Sith Lord. He turned, basically he was a Jedi, and then he turned and actually became a Sith. So that was very very cool. So yeah, it basically shows that you have to be like really strong to be a Jedi. That's what I mean. And yeah, the Inquisitor stuff was really cool. I thought the stuff with the Nine Sister on Kashyyyk was interesting, where he actually killed her and stuff. And what was also really cool was that he wasn't Cal wasn't like some overpowered, not to say Jedi overpowered, but like he wasn't like chopping through everyone, killing everyone and stuff, like how we're always seeing, like especially with like Luke Skywalker and stuff. Like we never seen him get like well, he did get like stormtroopers, but like he never was killing inquisitors and such. Similar to the way Kanan and Ezra were. Like Kanan and Ezra were jumping and attacking Darth Vader, for example. That's what I like about this story. So yeah, like he wasn't like no Obi-Wan or anything. He was a strong Jedi, but he wasn't like that. So that's the one thing I liked. So yeah, he was like liking the small victories, like killing nice knife sister, which is really interesting. And then I don't remember her name, like her. I know what her name is, but I cannot remember her number. But this Inquisitor, also known as Trilla, very interesting. You can see there that's the nice sister. But yeah, it was very interesting when you're fighting and stuff and hearing her story basically, because what happened is she was like a Padawan and then they turned her into a Quizzer. I thought that was very interesting. And apparently she was Seer's like Padawan or something like that. So that was awesome. I really like that storyline. Um, so yeah, and then Basically what happened, Cal actually defeated her. He actually got the holocron too that contained all the names, but Darth Vader ended up killing her just randomly. I thought that was very strange because I was just like, holy crap, Darth Vader just killed Trilla like that. I wasn't expecting her to live, but I was expecting her to maybe die by Cal or something, or die aboard the ship. I don't know. Maybe even turn. I don't know. But yeah, Darth Vader just showed up out of nowhere and just nearly killed Trilla. He basically threw away Seer, and Cal was just there, and he was fighting off Darth Vader. But here's the thing: is Cal wasn't like overpoweredly like almost defeating Darth Vader or something. He was kind of running, not running like a coward or something. Like he wasn't able to fight Darth Vader that well because technically Darth Vader's way powerful than him. So he's technically a Jedi Padawan, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, and then they escaped Darth Vader. What I find very cool was I was thinking in the game they have to lose the holocron, or how does this fit in the greater Star Wars story, or how does this just fit, honestly? Because let's say they get the holocron, they get the names. Like, does that mean Jedi younglings are like around? Like, are they on a different planet or something? That's what I was wondering. But what happened in the end is Cal actually just destroyed the holocron and then is like, leave it to the Force or whatever. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. Um, yeah, it's definitely making me want a sequel probably to it, to this game, because I'm just curious on what the hell what happened to Cal, honestly. What happened to Cal after this? Is he still alive by the time the Empire ends? Is he dead? Who knows? But very interesting, honestly. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the game. Game itself is very interesting. Um, I don't know about replayability on the game. I haven't attempted to replay it just because it takes so long, and it was taking me so long to finish. It's definitely on the harder side of video games, to be honest with you. You gotta like operate using a map. Personally, this is like one of my first games I've ever played that were more of an adult style adventure game, in my opinion. So maybe games like this are like this, but personally, I kind of like the game style. I kind of don't, because it felt a little bit long. So yeah, that's just my decision. So yeah, and also I want to mention the characters. The characters are pretty good. I liked how they used the Inquisitors, sorry, shock troopers or whatever they're called. Very interesting, electro-staffed ones. I really enjoyed that. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.